Hey guys, happy Friday. Can everybody hear me? We'll do a quick mic check. Hey Pats, Lambo, Mabs, good to see you guys. Yep, TGIF, man. So glad it's Friday. It's been a long week. No, I'm landlocked. I'm in Tennessee. Yeah, I'm ready for the weekend. Go hang out on the boat. See, maybe I can see if I can fix it. Shift some stuff around here. How's that? Is that better? Thanks for the host, Patriot. Yeah, I can imagine. I bet most people burned the bits out on Carlton's stream last night. That was awesome. I'm drinking my normal lunch today, which is a protein shake is usually what I drink. Usually 2 on the go. Alright, let me shift it down. Let's change the alert volume. Alright, so hopefully that's better. Let me make sure there's no other sound popping in. I'm going to mute the desktop here. I do have some music playing. Do you think it's the music playing? You guys hear the music? Alright, I'll keep it low there. Maybe that's what it sounds like though. That's where, so the microphone's sounding weird. I can swap out. We can use a different microphone. I can go back to the headset too. This is the fancy microphone too. Could also be the sound of the computer fan. Hey Greenie. Oh yeah, there's the emote wall. So if you guys have the emotes, you guys can see them floating behind there. And I just put that in yesterday, so hopefully that'll be something kind of interesting. Figured I'd try that out. Alright, let me see if I can figure out where that's coming from. Let me see if I turn off the music if it's better. How's that? Does that still hear the whooshing sound, Patriots? Yeah, we'll get the mic checks out of the way and then we'll get rolling. Yeah, maybe just the computer fans. Let's see, make sure I don't have anything else on. Let me kick the music back on. Let me see if I can move my like I said, I've got the fancier mic here with a nice little shield and everything, but it could be that it's picking up the computer fan. So let me try to move it and see if we can do any better. All right, Pat, is that any better? Okay, well, we'll try that. See if I can extend this out a little bit. It stinks to sit on the stream and it not sound good. It's got to sound good. I don't know if I have anything right here that can... Alright, well, let's see if we can swap out. Let's put the... I don't know why that mic's sounding weird. It should be fancy. Let me unplug it. We'll unplug it and plug it back up and see what happens. Is that any better? That was a restart on the mic. If not, I'll swap out to the headset and we'll use that. Hey, Jetpack. Oh, so that's weird. Because that's the only mic that's on there. Let me see. I've got all the other stuff muted. Let's see. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything else that's there causing the whooshing sound. Swap over to the other panel here. Just kick back. Yeah, no, that's alright. I check everything before I go on, and it's inevitable that something happens, though. Like I said, that's the fancy mic. Let's swap out, and let me add in... You said you could hear it without it, though? Let's... Alright, well, maybe what we'll do is... see, there's no fan running. I don't know what the fan sound is, unless it's the music somehow. I just don't understand where the whooshing sound is coming from. Let me kick it off. I'll put the headset back in, and then we'll give that a go. See if that's better. All right, so I muted the good mic, and now I'm back on the headset. How does that sound? Better. All right, so hopefully, yeah, I'll figure out what's wrong with the good mic, man. That's the fancy, expensive one. May just need to update something. All right, well let's get into it, since I've now wasted a ton of time just trying to get through the technical difficulties. But again, happy Friday. Hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah, I've got some music playing in the background, North. Yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good day. We've got this awesome promo that's out now, and I'm really excited about picking up Honey Badger. So that's who I've been working on right now. Bought some packs this morning. Probably should have waited for the stream to buy the packs, but there's people that do pack openings and stuff better than I do. But certainly making some progress here. So I've got Austin Hooper, where I've got 23 of 67. And then just working on getting my 96 player that I need. But my goal is to pull down Honey Badger. Going to try to figure out by the end of the day. And the key thing, that you got to look at, and Carlton went through this, but the key thing is making sure you look at these sets. I've still gotten a lot of questions about this today, but certainly you want to make sure you look at which master is required. So like for Warren Sapp, that requires the star masters to be completed. So you're not going to be able to get Sapp if you try to complete the stripes masters. So just be cognizant of that. Keep track of that, because that certainly can get you into trouble if you're going a certain route. Me, for the last promo, I didn't go through and fight for one of the masters. I wanted the offensive lineman. You guys have seen me struggling with sometimes with that elite offensive line. So I popped in Paradis and Schofield, and so those guys are in there now. But those were both NFC and AFC, so I had to make the choice of really not trying to tackle any of the specific masters, which was good. I mean, my secondary, you guys have seen, but is obviously good enough to where I didn't really need either of the other players. I did pick up Van Der Esch, finished up my 100K, so I actually popped in Van Der Esch over Ryan Shazier, so that's probably going to be a max stamp that I swap him out for, and we'll pick today. You guys are going to be on the stream voting on who I get to max out today, so that'll be cool, I think. Yeah, I hit the 7K. The Moss put me over the 7K, so that was a really nice setup. Yeah, I love spread, Henry Madden, absolutely. So some things today we're going to go over. The stream boss, Jesus had selected. The fireworks are kind of like Easter eggs. I would. Nick has said don't set the expectation as high as Easter, but
they're going to be somewhere between Christmas, Easter sort of thing, but set your expectations in that range. Again, always with those sorts of things, it's a little bit of a gamble. I don't like to use the word gamble, but it's a little bit of a you're instead of going after a defined set like you have in the Fourth of July series, so you know exactly what's required to get these alter ego players, right? You know exactly what's required to finish 100 overall, and it is risk is a good word. Thanks for the cheer, Fred. And thanks for the cheer, Mabs. But it's a risk. That's something you have to take into account. That it's not going to be something you know of. Um, so cognizance to I'll scale it back if I need to. I'm assuming everybody in here is absolutely intelligent, though. But it is a risk. That's something that's you're gonna exchange out the uncertainty and possible big reward for having something that could end up, it could be amazing and it could be lackluster, is I think what I put in a quote the other day. But certainly, I'm really interested in the honey badger, especially. I'm gonna immediately max him as soon as he's done, and get the augmented size, which is huge. So today, had picked. He wanted to go through the which player positions are the ones that you really should focus on maxing. I thought that was a really cool topic. So we're going to discuss that. You guys will get to vote on who I'm going to max. We'll kind of go through some of the 4th of July stuff, work through, maybe have you guys go through what you want me to do to try to move forward. And then we'll name a new stream boss today. So we've got Lipboy right now is hanging out as the stream boss. And so whoever ends up stream boss by the end of the stream today will be the stream boss for next week. And so I just put in the command. If you guys forget what that's about, you can look at what the prize pack is. So you guys will get to be moderator for a week. You get to help choose the stream content, so you can pick the main topic that we'll talk about, and then you can be on the stream if you want to, whether it's voice or it's video, and you can play me in OD if you want to. So that's kind of the prize pack that you get if you win Stream Boss. But yeah, it's a big word. I like big words. But there's some vol emojis. So hopefully those are floating around there. If those look weird, let me know if you guys don't like those. So let's jump in and start playing around. Maybe we start with what positions really are the ones that I think really need to be maxed. And we'll do a giveaway here in about a minute or two. I'll go ahead and give whoever's on chat some loyalty points, and then when we play up, you guys can bet. What's up, Gig? Then we'll go ahead and roll a giveaway. Again, today what we're going to be doing are the 100 overall 4th of July players. So those of you that are hanging out on the stream, make sure you take a look and know what... thanks for the cheer, Lit Boy, and Patriots. But take a look. Make sure you guys know which masters are out there. Obviously, we've got AJ Brown, we got CJ Ham, Jamie Collins, Buda Baker. All these guys you can pick out. If you want, you also keep in mind you don't have to take the 100 overall. I will give you the choice of especially if we hit our viewer goals, where we try to hit the 50 to 60 viewers during the lunch period. If we hit the goals, then I will give you guys also the choice, if you want, to take one of the 96s. So if you're going after one of the big bosses up here, or if you need that particular one, then you can do that. But obviously these guys are really cool if you want the alter ego players, because in these cases you really need one of the stars or stripes masters to be able to pick up Ben. So you've got the option there, the 100 overall, or if you want, you can pick up one of the 96s. Thanks for the cheer, Lit Boy. 50 right now, so that's amazing. Like I said, I'm always excited when we hit these lunch streams and we're able to pull any reasonable number of viewers. I know this is a tough time sometimes for people to we can't give away the AE. That's right. But most things are on. Most things are ones that we can that we can give away. Again, we try to keep it where it's you can't get the top tier master, but we try to give away what we can. But again, keep in mind that option there is Lit Boy's dropping the cheer. But the key thing, he wants to stay stream boss. Hey, you may want to hold off too, Lit Boy, until somebody knocks you out, and then put that back in so that builds up the hit power again. You can take them down. Yeah, Carlton stream was nuts. That was amazing. So again, everybody appreciates that support, and that certainly, yeah, Dark Magician, I got your DM. I've sent everything in, sent it in, I think yesterday, and so hopefully that'll be coming pretty soon. Oh, and PH Fred takes the stream boss, but. But yeah, no, I was too. That was amazing on stream. Everybody jumping out, gifting subs. You know, that's cool when that stuff happens. Again, the time and effort put in, you know, from the GC side of things and people that stream, it's amazing. You guys going out, you know, Jerry, all the guys that stream. It's good you guys getting on there and showing support. Really does help show that Madden Mobile is a viable streaming alternative. That people want to watch that. People want to see the content that people have, and it's such a diverse community, which is really nice. You know, that's something that everybody you know, talks about. Thanks for the cheer, 6Asian. But certainly it's a diverse community, and we want to be able to represent, you know, that wide range of players, from leagues to people that. Oh, thanks for the gifted sub, Loud Bronco with the sub. That's amazing. Thanks, Lit Boy, North Jetpack, all you guys. Thanks, Lit Boy. That's amazing. But yeah, certainly it's a big community, and that's what we're really trying to do, is make sure we engage these folks. We're going to start a league series. I've been talking to North and some of the MBK and NS guys, but we're talking about doing a league series where we'll talk about how you go about building leagues. What do you need to communicate with leagues? We'll put some drives on we'll put some drives on maybe online, you know, that sort of thing. So any feedback you guys have also on what you would like to see, really would like to be able to really would like to see what you guys want in terms of helping drive people to that competitive game, right? And that's always my goal, is trying to figure out how do we get the people from the novice players to that getting into a league, you know, playing OD competitively, playing arena competitively. That's what we want, and that's key, you know, making sure that is crucial. And again, thanks to everybody. You know, the last month we've had give advice. Oh yeah, we're going to go through. I'm going to go through and talk about what I think advice for the promo, my personal strategy is going to be. Yeah, I mean, whoever wants to be on, really. If CA wants to be on, sure. We'll have Bear Down on here. We'll have Pick 6. If Brett wants to get on here and be on the show, absolutely. More than happy to have anybody on. Thanks for the cheer, Mabs and Josh. But yeah, you mean the power issue, Monty, or which glitch are you talking about? And feel free to DM me or whisper me, and I can say whether that's been patched or not. Is it the one you DM'd me about? Hey, thanks for just jumping on, Fred. Appreciate it. I know you're a busy guy. But yeah, let's jump in. We'll talk about the promo a little bit. I mean, we're running the 20-minute mark now, so I think we need to really do a giveaway. You guys jumped on. I need to add in the loyalty points, so let's go ahead and pump in the loyalty points. And we'll hang out today for as long as I can with you guys. Let's go ahead and dump 100 points for you guys hanging out here today. So there'll be 100 points coming to you guys for betting. And let's go ahead and get a giveaway up right now. I want to get this one up quick for the people that are in the stream right now, jumped on early. So let's make it Friday. You know, I like to celebrate the day Friday. 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 That giveaway is live. Friday. So get them in. I want to get this one for you guys that jumped on quick. I want to do one that's for the early guys in. I think that's cool. So Friday, Friday, and we're going to roll this one quick. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're rolling for Friday. And Triple X Young Boy following since June 1st, man. Thanks for the follow. 25 days of solid follows, man. That's awesome. And thanks for the sub, Philly. So let's get the whisper out to Triple X Young Boy, and you let me know which you want. Do you want the 96? Do you want one of the the new 100 overalls. That is completely your choice. Making sure I get the right Triple X young boy here. I think you're 123 if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Let me get this whisper out. And again, that's just, you know, big appreciation for you guys jumping on the stream early and being on here joining me Friday. And all right, so let's jump in. Yeah, that's true. I need to have a different sound for sub. That's a good suggestion. I will write that down right now. I do take any suggestions you guys have. I absolutely take those into account. You know, Greeny is always really good sending some you know, feedback on the ways that us older folks can do better with Twitch. So that's always a struggle. You know, my parents and grandparents, I'm always having to teach them how to use use phones and computers. And with Twitch, I feel like I'm somewhat the same way, jumping in, trying to add in some new features and things that you guys think would be pretty cool. All right, so let's jump in and take a look. So they're asking about the promo strategy. Again, for me personally, the promo strategy I'm taking is I'm going after Honey Badger. I think that's going to be, you know, a potential advantage, even though my secondary is completely maxed out and I really don't need Honey Badger at all. There's no way I'm passing up the opportunity to end the season with kind of a cartoony look and feel. You know, that's something that I always liked, the Most Feared Enraged. There's some people that absolutely hate it. Thanks for the cheer, Josh. There's some people that absolutely hate the Most Fear Enrage, and thanks for the cheer, Philly. But I've always loved that Most Fear Enraged. I think that's one of the cool things. It just is fun. You know, it's something that doesn't last forever, and it's something that absolutely I think is makes the game a little bit interesting. I'm in Tennessee, man. Yeah, Josh, I saw that. I've got my little shortcut here, so I can pull up now and hopefully not miss any of the reward requests that come in. So hopefully I'll do a better job of that. But yeah, I'm in Tennessee. Yeah, we can do that. We can do channel points for that. Absolutely. And I still owe some matches, probably some OD, so we can play that, because I still need to figure out my or I still need to get to Hall of Fame. I haven't even crossed over Hall of Fame yet. Been busy this week with other stuff. Thanks for the cheer, Josh. So yeah, you know, my secondary is maxed out, but probably what I'll end up doing is kicking out Asamuga Namdi for the new Honey Badger is what I'll probably end up doing. Galladay and Evans are big players, so I want to keep them. You know, and when we look at Namdi, you know, he's sitting at 6'2", 210, so he's kind of my weakest link right now at cornerback, and so I probably would pop him out, get another stamp, and then try to see about maxing him out, and again getting that larger sized Honey Badger. Thanks for the cheer, Patriot. And remember, guys, cheering, you know, if you guys are new to Twitch, also, you know, you can farm that stuff from ads, and you know, that it's not something you have to always buy. You can farm those bits watching ads and things, and be able to then cheer how you want, which is cool. So yeah, my approach again is going into the Honey Badger. So that's what I'm going for. Yeah, I think it varies. You know, it's like 5 to 10 per ad, something like that is the average, I would say. But it's you know, it certainly is something that you can farm if you want to spend some time. It's like watching ads in game that you can pick up stamina, and that's interesting. You know, that you can do that. Yeah, I don't know why it says try again later. But let's jump in and look at these positions. Let's do what the Stream Boss wanted to do first, and let's and certainly the people more versed in Twitch might be able to answer that question more than me. Yeah, well, Solutions is not really play better than the rest. It's that he's going to be taller, right? And so that's going to be the key things. Where do you want that extra height? And I mean, for me, you know, at safety, he'll probably take Sean Taylor's place, in all honesty, or maybe Pat Tillman. I may have to actually move over Pat Tillman, but you know, I'm not sure yet. I've not decided who I'm going to swap him out for. Yeah, get Wentz. Yeah, no, I can't get rid of Taylor. Certainly, I'm not going to get rid of Taylor. But really, it's tough. Um, and combine, that's a debatable issue. Obviously, I think height matters for cornerbacks, but I personally don't think height matters as much for safeties. With the cornerbacks, you want them; they're going to be man on a lot of times with the player, or even in zone coverage, they're going to be covered out on the outside. And I think the way the cornerbacks play on the ball, you want somebody that's taller. When you look at safeties, though, I don't particularly think height matters, and I think Tillman is a huge example of that. I mean, I've got Sean Taylor in the strong safety position, 6'2", 220. You got Tillman in the free safety position running 5'11" and 204, and Tillman picks up more picks, and I mean, you just see him, and when I play him in OD, dude is everywhere, like Jetpack Johnny just said there. I mean, dude is everywhere. And so with a safety, the way they play the ball in Madden Mobile is you just need them to be able to get between the ball and the receiver. You don't need them to be high enough to where they're necessarily picking off the ball all the time. But certainly Tillman, that's his thing, man. Is he's everywhere. He is absolutely everywhere, and so that makes a big difference, I think. Yeah, exactly, Mavs. He's everywhere. He's in everybody's film on one side of the ball or the other. Yeah, Cohen's too short to be punter. I do have my punter for sure. I still have. Yeah, so the reason why I've got Randy Moss at dime is because he's short, right? So if you look, he's shorter and less weight than my other guys. So Randy Moss sits 6'4", 210, but Galladay has that 3 inch or 3 extra pounds on him, so he's 6'4" and 213. So Randy Moss sits in the dime coverage for me to help me out in OD, really, and my one or two dime packages that I use in LVL. But other than that, Moss is sitting in dime. I want the big guy. I want the bigger weight, because those things do, the weight also plays into whether they knock a ball loose or not, in my opinion. I love, I drink any protein shake, really. So that's usually what I do for breakfast and lunch. But I drink my it's Atkins shakes. I actually like the way they taste. They've got good protein, no sugar. So that's usually what I drink for breakfast and lunch, is either an Atkins shake or something like that. Yeah, did you see? Could you see there, Greeny? I'll hold it up. There we go. My chocolate Atkins shake. I like the vanilla ones better, I think. Yeah, I did play some sports earlier. That's a personal question. I'll answer that though, without the channel points. But yeah, I did play some sports earlier. Played a little bit of basketball, a little bit of football. Took a football injury, and so I couldn't play too much football. But tried to play as much as I could. What do you guys think of the emote wall? Is that okay or is that distracting? But let's jump in. Let's look at what positions really are important for Max. And again, I'm really interested to see your guys' thoughts in chat here as well, as to who you think really is important. Personally for me, I think the places, and you can see this if you look in the OD tournament chat, you'll see some of the screenshots from players where they've built their team to kind of optimize their performance and be within that 3K tier, and we showed some of those on the stream on Wednesday. But the offensive lines and the defensive lines are the ones that you can see most players have taken the sacrifice on. They really dropped they really dropped off on those players and let them be golds or elites, and took the power hits there. And the with the emote wall's great with the Carlton logos. Hey Carlton, I'm glad you're here. But the offensive and defensive lines are the ones where people can mostly sacrifice, and I completely agree with that. If I had put together a team, which I don't try to play in the tourneys because I don't want to take a spot from somebody that can actually win the prize at the end. So I don't play in my sponsored tourneys like that. No way, I'm keeping Buckner. I'm going to keep Buckner. Buckner's a big guy. I mean, you look at him, 6'7", 300 pounds. He's staying right where he is. Um, but uh, but the offensive line and defensive line are the ones I think you can sacrifice completely. I think that's an area where you can not worry about maxing those players until you absolutely need to. I certainly would max defensive line before I would max offensive line personally, and you can see that's exactly what I've done. Ramchick is only maxed because that's the way he came from the pack. Yeah, that was cool. Underrated. Glad you won that. Yeah, I love giving out the 105s, and really thankful to EA and the Game Changers program and Nick for allowing us to sponsor these sort of things to help with community engagement. Again, that's what it's all about, is supporting the community and try to do what we can to just get people more engaged and playing. Yeah, I agree, Greeny. The pre and max and post max defensive end for sure are the ones that I would go with first. When we look at offensive line again are the ones that I would go with last. But again, when I start maxing out the defensive line, the defensive ends are the ones I'm going to go for first. And again, those are the ones that are going to be able to get that outside edge. They can help you on the run. They can help you keep the quarterback contained. And so those really are absolutely important. So if we look, let's start on the offensive side because everybody's going to want to talk defense. But let's start on the offensive side of the ball. And really, what I focus on there are my skill positions. And really, your skill positions that you're using will completely depend on which scheme really that you're running. So if you're running a spread versus vertical versus smash mouth, then that really makes a difference on which skill positions you would potentially want to max first, right? So for me, spread, one of the first players that I maxed was the halfback, right, and the quarterback. So those were the two players, and I think I actually maxed Vic before I maxed anybody because I had Chris Johnson, and he already had 99 speed. So because I had him in there as kind of a budget beast at running back, I maxed Vic first, and the difference on spread being able to run read options with a maxed quarterback is epic. It's a huge difference in playability and the way you're going to play. So schemes, if we've still got the same sort of setup with schemes next year, then absolutely, I'll probably still be running spread, and I'll go back and try them all out again, and I play with all of them a little bit. I practice, especially against the guys intra-league, but I certainly still like spread, love the way that plays, and if you've got the maxed quarterback in that place, that's absolutely deadly. The read options start to become one-play bangers, and here late in the season as the blocking's picked up with the other maxed players, the mid-read options have also opened up quite a bit. But on offense, the plays, the positions that I think you absolutely need to max first, number one, are going to be your halfbacks, because the running big game is so important, both from a LVL or arena perspective, but also from the perspective of being able to pass run challenges in OD, which is the current meta. It's just that you need to be able to pass those run challenges, so that can give you a decided advantage in those cases. Yeah, we are the worst. We're the worst for screens, man. It's just not. It's not the scheme you want if you want to run screens. Then after that, the second player actually that I maxed out after that point was my tight end. So I maxed out the tight end position, and so that gives me then blocking, which is what I want. So now I'm picking up halfback, quarterback, then I'm picking up the tight end. And for my particular scheme, I think the tight end across most schemes, having a max tight end is pretty important to be able to have blocking. Yeah, and 60 viewers, that's again amazing. Lunchtime on Friday, that's amazing. You guys jumping out and hanging out on Friday with me. But Combine runs screens, North. Apparently that's all he runs. That's joking, by the way. But yeah, so the skill positions are where I'm going to focus, and then after that, start working on wide receivers. And really, I wouldn't focus on the slot position necessarily, unless that is the way you run your particular scheme. Then that's what you want to focus on, is get that slot receiver up. But certainly the skill positions are where you want to focus, I think, on the offensive side in order to max those players first and get the best or the most advantage that you can out of playing. On the defensive side of the ball, I tend to go with the secondary first, and then I will start focusing in on the linebackers. Sometimes if I start getting like the corners out, and then I'll try to look at maybe getting a linebacker maxed out. But really, the secondary I focus on a lot, and when these max players comes out or when we have boss players, I'll try to go for these secondary players because they do have such an impact in the game. Being able to shut down passing, being able to blitz, that sort of thing. The secondary tends to be very versatile, especially if you play overdrive. Having a good secondary can be very helpful. Again, I like to focus then on the linebackers. The linebacker core for me has to be maxed. And again, Aiden points out right here, Aiden Seahawks, that the MLB is very important. I absolutely agree. I think the middle linebacker position and the leftmost linebacker position are the ones you want to get maxed in the linebacker core first. And then, yeah, and agree. Most important, I think, is cornerback. So that's where I start always, is cornerback being maxed out, or if it's a boss, then that's what I'll try to go for. I'll try to find a big cornerback that I can max out and really try to play. I think Urlacher for middle linebacker is who I would go with. I would probably, the linebackers that I don't like to see are Urlacher, and I don't like to see Bobby Bell. Bobby Bell's a big old dude, and yeah, it's because of power. So the update team function looks at power, not necessarily the overall. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you don't know that. It will suggest the one based on power. So you could have a 70 overall player with more power than your 90 overall, and the update team is going to suggest. Carlton got timed out. I need to fix that bot. Let's see if we can fix that real quick. Caps protection. Let's see. All right, so I got subs can spam caps now. And I do have the followers only chat, I believe we have set up too, to help prevent any situation where we have someone. I don't like. I feel bad when people aren't following and don't get the giveaway. So I'll make sure I'll turn that on. Make sure that is on. But yeah, make sure you're following if you want the giveaways. We're gonna roll another one here in about a minute. But certainly on the defensive side, cornerbacks is where I go first. Then I'll go to getting probably a safety maxed out. Then I hit the middle linebacker, and then I hit the leftmost linebacker, and then I go after filling in the rest of that secondary after that. My nickel and dime positions, usually the ones that I max last. I make sure to get those core players that are going to be on the field all the time. So any of my nickel dime players, they're going to be last. The 3, 4, and 4-3 positions are going to be last because they're going to be only on occasionally, and that's my general pathway. And then special teams gets totally held out until the very end. I don't do anything with special teams. I get the highest power players that I can. Lower overall doesn't matter, and I try to shove those in those places until at the very end, if I've got enough room left over, or if somebody gets released, then that's what then that's where I'll start maxing those guys out, which is again where I think you ought to spend your time on the players that are going to see the field the most. I mean, in OD, special teams has no impact at all. In LVL, none of it matters except the kick returner. You don't need a punt returner. You don't need a kicker. I mean, it just is it's ridiculous. And so then arena is the same way. Nobody's kicking field goals in arena. You're tossing out a Hail Mary and bombing it downfield all the time anyway. It's either kick returns in arena, or you're just bombing the ball downfield. And that's gotten better. Yeah, Max KR, that's probably one of the ones that I'll focus on next. Is going to be Max KR. You guys get to vote today, so you guys got to tell me which position. So let's put up a poll just to have some fun, and then we'll do a giveaway after the poll. But let's do a giveaway, and let's see which guys you guys, or which, not people, but which side of the ball would you max first, and then we'll deep dive in there and we'll see we'll see which positions people would max first, and let's see if I'm in line with your thinking. If you guys are in line with my thinking, be interesting for me to see. So let's see which. All right, so give me just a second. So we'll put that poll up for just a few minutes. So we've got a poll up right now. So which side of the ball would you max first? Would you max defense first, or would you max offense first? In my case, like I said, the first one that I the first one that I maxed was Vic. So I actually went with offense first because I had a pretty decent defense, and my defense was holding teams to dropping 1 to 2 drives in a match, and so so it's still spamming caps. Let me see. Let me put that in. Let's change it to where it's not just. We'll just put everybody where you can spam caps. Just be reasonable with it, please. So there we go. Everybody should be able to do the caps now, I think. So the poll is live, and let's go ahead. Let's get up another giveaway. Let's do TGIF as the keyword. So giveaway is live right now. TGIF while we're talking about the poll. TGIF for the giveaway. And again, really happy. I mean, it's amazing. Like I said, seeing 50, 60 viewers on at this time, it's amazing actually. I'm looking forward to starting some of the nighttime streams. We'll do like a Madden After Dark or a Madden at midnight, something like that. And we'll still do the noontime when I can. Yeah, the restaurant. They do have TGIF. The restaurant though does have some of the best bacon cheddar potato skins. The stuff's good. Yeah, I figured most people would go to defense. I mean, I figured that would be the key. Hey, North with the follow. Thanks for the follow, North. Yeah, Combine. So what's the personal question? So Combine has redeemed a personal question request. Yeah, that's what's next. Offense is probably where I'm going next. Is my offense. A young Vol story time. What do you mean by that? What do you need? You need just a story from childhood. Is that what you're wanting? Yeah, Tricks. I mean, exactly. The offense at the time, my thinking was on the defensive side, or the reason for maxing Vic first was because, yeah, not too spicy. The reason I maxed him first was because I knew I actually maxed most of my offense first. I went offense first, and so that's we see here the Berlin popping in some major channel points, contributing there to vote that up. But the yeah, he hacked the vote. Yeah, you can get more votes with channel points or with the other. You want to rerun it? Let's rerun it, and we'll do it without the. We'll rerun it with the without the channel points, and we'll see what with no additional votes. All right, so that pulls back up again. Let's do what side of the ball. So, and I went, and remember, giveaway is live, TGIF, and that giveaway is live for another 100 overall 4th of July player, or the 96, whichever you want. Yeah, so I'll think of a story, Combine, and I'll share a story. But I maxed the offense first simply because my thinking was that on the defensive side of the ball, starting out early, not many people were going to have a lot of max players, right? Thanks for the follow, Sam. not many people were going to have a bunch of max players on defense, right? And so if they did max somebody, they only had one or two possible players. So when I first started with the max program, I went the direction of maxing out the offense because I knew then that the running back and the quarterback. Yeah, exactly, Fred. That was to exploit that advantage early on. And so the running back and the quarterback, I can design runs to where I can see, okay, they've got a maxed player on the left-hand side of the field. So I just swap my run to the opposite side of the field or throw to the opposite side of the field, and they're having to defend. And yeah, or you can do like Carlton and keep your power at 3K and max them all at the end of the season. But certainly it's I went with the offensive way because I just was thinking that there's going to be it's going to be sparse. The number of max players will be sparse early on, and so that means that I'm going to potentially have an offensive advantage, and that turned out to be the case for me. Particularly, I really felt like there was that offensive advantage. Yeah, so we see now. That vote's still out for just a minute or two more. I'm going to vote for offense. I'm going to put my vote in right now so I can see. So, but we've got 68% saying defense first and then offense, which again I think that's what most people would. Yeah, Philly. And then that first field pass came out. Three stamps for everybody. But yeah, I think most people would think going through the defense would be the best way to go. But again, in that case, you can always play to the opposite side of a defense until your defense gets stacked. Once you get to a 105 defense, there's not much anybody can do. They're going to be throwing against it's going to be a tough road no matter which way people go. So it's but the defense, I think, is what gave me, or the going with the offense was something that I thought was going to give me an advantage in LVL. So let's go ahead. TGIF giveaway is live. Let's go ahead and roll it. We'll roll it in 3, 2, 1. Rat Pack, yeah. So following since June 17th. I did not use his keyword the other day, and we played him in LVL. We played United Front the other day, and he was disappointed I did not use his keyword. Maybe we'll use that keyword today since it's Friday. So I'll send Rat Pack a whisper here, and we will let him get his player. Yeah, I think I played Rat Pack in LVL. I was happy I scored a 16 on that defense. This is 105 offense, 105 defense. I think I was outpowered by 1,000. My 70-21 to 80-88 or something like that. First drive couldn't do anything. It was straight up. The run plays were shut down, and then Z shallow cross for a 3rd and long to try to get out of a bad situation. And ST just warped over to the side and snatched the ball away from Kittle. Kittle had no shot. I think he was probably running at like a 93 or 94 overall. And then I had to swap out. I swapped out boosts actually. I went with a different set of boosters and reducers, and scored on the last 2 drives. But that defense is tough. I don't know if Rat Pack is on here. Yeah, Z shallow cross is good if you get zone coverage still, because the thing is you can still tease that defense down, but certainly in that case it ended up where I had the situation where the cornerback just hovered right with him, and Sean Taylor came over and just stayed right with Kittle. It just was not ideal for that situation. Yeah, and that's a tracking thing, so it's not really that they warp. I mean, the player was actually there. It's kind of like the game catching up, right? So it looks like they warp, but it's just that the player's tracking on that maybe got hung up, right? Maybe the player got hung up while they were taking their pursuit path, and then a lot of times that's what causes that safety warp, is that they really were closer to the the ball, but the game engine doesn't let it catch up like that. So let's go in, and we were talking about maxing players. So let's go in and let's max some players. So you guys can see my squad here. Oh yeah. Sorry, Patriots. That's easy to do. Yeah. So let's do that. So, what advice specifically are you looking for? The yeah, ST does have 200 acceleration and speed, and Tillman's the same way. I think they play way above their stats. In terms of advice for the promo, my personal strategy, again, I'm going after Honey Badger. It really does depend on whether you're going after Sap, or you're going after Marcus Allen, or you're going after Big Ben, depending on which strategy. No strategy that I have involves any of these fireworks at all, okay? I mean, that's my personal strategy. Don't touch them. Don't get near them. Don't use any resources for those unless you have achieved your final goal, and then you just want some extra things to open up later on, right? So my personal opinion is to stay away from those. Thanks for the cheer, Josh. My personal opinion is to stay away from those. Philly's got the stream boss right now. Philly is still ahead, so he's going to be adminning my channel and being the stream boss, picking the content next week maybe if he stays there. But in my personal opinion, North, they play above their stats. But the fireworks I would stay away from. Again, unless you specifically again have finished up and you just want to try your hand at some stuff, then fine. Really what you want to do with this promo, just like any of the ones that we've had recently, is you want to make sure that you focus on specifically what you're going after, right? So you want to make sure if you're going after a Stripes Master, or if you're going after Honey Badger in this case, then I need to unlock one of these 4th of July stars in order to do that. And so I want to be really intimate with what requirements are needed here, right? I don't buy packs in stores with gems or anything else for a day until I've gone through the events. So I run through the events and I burn out my stamina, and then once I see, okay, what am I lacking in here, then I might go in and use gems for something, buy a coin pack or something like that. If you're a straight up F2P player, then what I do in those cases is I just grind everything out. I do nothing except build up the resources that I need until last day or two before the promo, and then that allows you to be able to see, there's a lot of randomness built into these promos in terms of, which cards that you get, which badges that you get, shields, and so Sam, they're like most feared in enraged players, so that they get a pretty significant height advantage. Yeah, it is hoarding. If you're F2P, that's what you want to do. Free to play, you want to hoard, and that is exactly how you do that if you're gonna do that. Thanks for the follow, Reds, Red Sox. But you definitely want to hoard, and so if you're free to play and you're trying to pick up these, then you want to make sure you play the events every day, burn out your stamina, use the stamina and play make sure you focus on when you have the first time plays on those events, make sure you save the stamina for those, and then you wait until the last day or two of the promo and just wait, right? Because again, at the end of it, then you're going to be able to figure out exactly what things you might need to supplement by using gems to buy the packs, and there's some really nice packs in here that are available for gems. So you have the 4th of July Elite pack for 1,000 gems. We have the where am I, the packs? So you have the quarter coin packs in here, which I may have already. But there you go. So there's the 75k coin pack for 4th of July pack, but you don't necessarily want to use those until you've played through the events, and that absolutely is what you want to do. Will, I use inside switch almost always. If I see that I'm getting some weird coverages and things that are giving me some issues, then I'll go to inside zone. And that's what I'll use a halfback zone to play for the 2-point conversions, and then sometimes pull out PA fork, but that's a last ditch, or if I'm just goofing around on a much lower power team. But inside switch is where you want to go, and then look at the fullback or scramble in is typically what's open. Yeah, see, I wouldn't buy those for. I mean, I buy them first because I just want to get done, right? And again, I don't have a whole lot of time to just sit and grind everything. But if you're free to play and that's the route that you're taking, then again, you want to play the events and see what you get. So, like in this case, I've gone through my my whole sequence. Pickles. I've gone through my whole sequence here, so I've opened up the jackpot event. So I figured we could do that on stream too. We can go ahead and autoplay, and I love autoplay. It's my favorite thing in the game right now, I think. So then we can go through and we can see what we got here out of the pack. See if I got any luck at all, because I do need some 90 players there. And there you see we picked up some red badges. But again, you're going to want to play there because there's that randomness built into these things. You want to be able to play through all that and then only use the more difficult resources to come by, like coins and gems until you find out exactly what you need at the end of the promo, and that way you've optimized your resources, which are tougher to come by for a free-to-play player. I mean, I don't necessarily worry about them because again, I spend cash on the game, but it's but that's because it's a choice, right? So you either can get a lot of things free to play, or you can get things by paying and get them quicker, or in my case, it's not having the time to sit and grind over and over again, and be able to do that. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to do some pack openings, we could do that. I'm not averse to doing that. There's just guys that do a lot of that stuff anyway. So there you can see, some of this randomness that we have here we picked up, and I need to get more shields. I think that's what I'm lacking. My focus right now is just to get one of these master players done, and so I need still quite a bit of shields. And so again, that's going to be, I think, one of the bottlenecks for this particular promo is going to be these shields. And again, what I'm doing here, because we're getting these 160 power players now, I'm making sure I burn through my 130s first before I start tapping into the 160s, because those 160s have a higher trade-in value for Madden Max badges. So that's a key thing for me to keep in mind anyway, is that I want to make sure that I'm optimizing that and not use those until I have to, because I still have a ton of 130 players left over from that. Yeah, so packs. So if we did packs, what do you guys want to do? What packs do you guys want to open if we do that? We need like a good bundle kind of pack. That's what we need. We could do the Ultra Pack, or we could do just a ton of 4th of July packs. Yeah, the one that helps you build the Master is that 10K 40J Ultra Pack right there. That's what helps you build the Master. That'll finish him up toot sweet. I still got to think of a childhood story. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've already bought some packs this morning too. Let's see. Well, I'll stay on for a little while, maybe till 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock, something like that. We'll stay on as long as you guys are hanging out. If we keep the viewers up and everybody's hanging out, and we've got people fighting for, stream boss sort of stuff, then we'll do that. Yeah, Carlton saves all his MC. I spend all mine. But I spend on this game for sure. Carlton just hasn't used any of his MC for his packs. I don't think either he or I will share how much we've spent on the game, though. Let's see. So what kind of childhood story, Combine? What are you looking for? What do you want? Pet dinosaurs. I did love dinosaurs as a kid. My son does too. Absolute dinosaur freak. Loves them. Yeah, football injury's good. We could do that. He has 2 trophies. Yeah, you can see that I have a lot more trophies in there. Yeah, so we could tell. So, so football injury wise, so what hurt me was we were at spring practice and had a we had a just opening up, really getting started. I was playing halfback. I'm a shorter guy, probably 5'9", in between 5'9", 5'10", and usually around the 100 and in high school probably weighed about 198 muscle. Now probably hovering about the 170 mark, 175. So try to keep leaner now that I'm pushing 40. But so the football injury, we were spring practice, and so running halfback lead play. I think it was like a 34 lead, something like that. And so the 198 in high school. I had muscle. I always joke that this is my science body now because of my background. But the um, but we were running that run play, and one of the linebackers, I got tackled. We ran the play. I got tackled, and so you end up in a situation where I don't know if you can see my fingertips. So that's my leg. So pretend my fingers are my legs here, and so I'm in a situation where one leg is sitting over top of one of the other defensive linemen, and the other leg is kind of pinned at the front side, but so the knee is actually available to be hit. So he's on top of one, he's on top of the other, and then the linebacker, who was a friend, he decided it'd be a good idea. Well, let's just doggy pile, on this since I'd been tackled, and so he comes diving into the end of the pile, and so he hit my knee, but my knee or the rest of my leg couldn't move, so the knee just rotated all the way over to the ground, and was not good. But no, it didn't tear. I mean, I was a young kid, and that was high school, and so I mean I was young, and luckily it didn't tear. But man, my knee was swollen up, about as big as my head. But it certainly took me out of football. It was a bad enough injury to where it was not suggested that I play. But I did, and as a good football player, I did run my suicide routes at the end of the football practice. So I ran my back and forth, and man, that was brutal, brutal. So we'll do a funny story maybe, and one of the ones that I'll tell you, since you wanted a childhood story. High school I don't really consider childhood necessarily, but my brother and I, we were out sledding one day, and we've got a huge amount of snow. I think we were out of school at that time for like 2 weeks. So I've got a younger brother and a younger sister, and so he's bigger though. He's bigger, Sanford, for sure. But we're out sledding, and I take the sled down the part of the hill, and my brother decides he's going to jump onto the sled, and so I'm sitting straight down the sled going down the hill, and my brother is facing the opposite direction coming down the hill. So we had a hill that went down the hill, crossed the driveway, then went down another hill into a ditch, and then crossed the highway, and then went into another person's. It was like a farm area that they had, and so my brother jumped onto the sled. We went down the hill, crossed over our driveway, and then that drop for that hill to the ditch was probably about 10 feet, 11 feet, something like that. And so then my brother flew off of the sled, fell into the ditch. I hit the main road, which luckily was iced over, and went under a barbed wire fence and ended up in that field with a bunch of goats hanging around on the outside of the sled. So there's your childhood story, Combine. Yeah, I mean he's quite a bit bigger. I mean he's probably, it looked to me on the videos that I've seen, like 7 feet, something like that. So let's get the poll up. We've been talking now a little while. Let's get another giveaway up. What's the? I don't know. I don't think Jesus is in. I think he had to. I think he had to go. And B. Waldman, thanks for the cheer, man. 200 bits. That's amazing. Thanks for the cheer coming in, guys. Again, all the stuff you guys do to support, certainly helps make the channel better, and that stuff we put back into content, which is excellent. We really appreciate it, all of us. You don't think he looks 7 feet, well, Ray? I'm interested. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Put him in there. We'll see. But I'm interested to see that guy. Even if he's not 7 feet, I'm cool with that. I just want to see him like standing above the other guys that are there. He looked bigger on a close-up video. That might be something. Maybe Nick. I'll see if Nick can confirm, because Nick obviously he knows the exact height. Let me see if we can get an answer there. Yeah, so let's get the other giveaway going. Who's I don't think, like I said, I don't think Jesus is on the. I think he had to jump out early too. So what's the keyword? What are we going with? Let's actually, since I owe Rat Pack, let's make it beer. It's Friday. Keyword is beer. BEER. Keyword is beer for the next giveaway. So let me go ahead and get that loaded up. Giveaway is live. BEER, and you guys can spam. It's okay, but it doesn't take away but it doesn't help your chances either. BEER. So go ahead and type that in. I've got it loaded. So BEER giveaway is live. Like I said, I owe Rat Pack for his, and he did shut me down on a drive. So I owe him that. I dropped a drive because of that wicked defense. Corona. Yeah, Monty. I mean, if you're going to get him, day one, you're going to have to put some cash into it. That's just about a necessity. There's not. I don't think there's a way you could free to play, unless you just had a ton of resources saved up. It might be possible pulling gem packs and some luck, but you're going to have to put some cash into it or put some gems into it, something like that. No way you can get it off of grinding. Yeah, like Philly there, he said, 280, 80 to 84 players saved up. So see, that certainly is useful. Thanks for the follow, Blake. Appreciate it, man. And then we're going to get a poll up. So you guys need to tell me who I'm going to max here, right? This is important. This is an important decision for me, right? So who am I maxing? So we've got several options here. So defense is completely tied up. I think we've got 5 players on offense. Who do we want to take off the list? Because on the polls, I can only. All right, cool. Thanks, Sanford. Let me see if I can. Maybe I can pull that up and we can share that video here. I'll try to see if I can pull it up and share it. See, Juju, I want to max though, Greeny. I really would like to max him. He's my weakest link on offense, and I don't want AJ. And somebody asked in the chat earlier, and I'm sorry I didn't get to it, but he's 6'1", 215, and AJ's 6 feet. I don't want to go down in height. Height is one of those things I think for sure on a receiver is important. If you have a really tiny receiver, you're gonna have some problems for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to log in here and show you guys. I'll see if I can do that next time. Yeah, oh no, I've got plenty to max Honey Badger too. We're good. We can max him too. Yeah, see, and 6 Asian. The problem is I don't want to go through the process of building and maxing those guys out. I'd have to get some 99s. I'd have to go through that whole process, and I don't know that I want to do that. Randy Moss certainly would be the best because, he's a spread player. I certainly have a ton of the packs saved up to where I could dump in the amounts that we need to be able to get him probably right now. But it's just that build cost. The build cost right now would be tough. And again, beer in honor of Rat Pack. I hate to do beer, but yeah, Rat Pack shut me down on the drive yesterday, and I don't want to be a bad influence on anybody. Yeah, that's true. See, my coins are low. I burn out my coins too towards the end of the year like this, so I've only got 617k coins, so I don't have much, right? So if I buy the 98 Moss, let's take a look and see what he looks like. So the 98 Moss, yeah, I could get him cheap. That wouldn't be bad. But then it's those 30 badges, man. 30 badges. Brutal. I need to find a good deal on a 100 overall. Yeah, that's same for me. I'm just clearing out everything. You know, at this point, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, no, I know no deals on 100s for sure. But that's yeah, I'm not doing the redo at all. So let me put the poll up, and we'll do the remember, giveaway is live is beer. Giveaway is live, and I'm gonna put the poll up for who we max. So let me get that poll up. So who are we excluding? Who are we excluding in the chat here? So we've got Schofield, Paradis, Thuney, Matthews, Juju. So that's my 5 that I've got a space for to be able to put. Max. I'm going to ask one of the most popular Reddit questions: who should I max? So who are we excluding? I've also got Deion Sanders in there, so keep that in mind that we can. Yeah, I just don't have time to work the AH underrated. You know, that's the thing for me. It just is time, you know, going in and doing that, and I just don't have the time to grind on that to do well. But Jerry definitely has some good AH advice for sure. Let's maybe leave out the center. Let's maybe leave out the center in the poll. So we got Schofield, we've got Thuney, Matthews, we've got Juju, and then we've got KR Sanders. And again, you guys can use bits and channel points to increase your vote if you want to. And we'll leave that up for just a couple minutes. And we'll do the giveaway after we come back. So BEER. Guys, I'm gonna step away just a second. I will be right back. All right, back. Sorry, guys. We had a kid emergency I had to go deal with real quick. So let's do the giveaway. Beer, BEER. So hopefully you guys can hear. BEER. And let's go ahead and roll the giveaway. So we're going to roll in 3, 2, 1. All right, Combine. Let me get the whisper in. You guys may hear some crazy sounds in here. My son had to pop in here with me for a bit. All right, Combine. Let's see. I'm going to get this whisper out real quick. Congrats, Combine. 5, 6, 7. All right, there we go. All right. So you guys still good? You guys can still hear? You probably hear some crazy keyboard stuff going on in the background there. Yeah, my almost 3-year-old is hanging out here. My daughter had to walk a friend home that was spending the night. But all right, so on the poll, so what was our final result here? Let me see if I can pull up the poll and see who you guys voted for. So Matthews, so you guys think, yeah, no, he's got some crazy 1980s keyboard book thing that we found the other day that he's playing with. All right, so Matthews is getting the nod. He is going to get the maxing here. So let's go ahead and pull him out, and we'll take him over, and we'll, oh, if I can hit the right buttons here. Yeah, it might be better than the tunes I got playing. The tune's still playing, hopefully. Just put a little trap beat in there. See ya, Patriots. Have a good lunch, man. Alright, so let's swap that in, and let's max out. You want me to run a poll for you, Combine, on who Combine should pick? So let's get down to Matthew. Oh. Did I pass him? Where is he? Oh, there's the head. There we go. Helps if you look in the right section. So we want the spread. Thanks for the cheer, Anonymous. Alright, so let's burn a stamp there. Still got plenty of stamps, still got plenty of badges, and I've got junk sitting on the bench that we can go through. Alright, so there's our maxed Matthew. The people have spoken. Maxed Matthews. So there we go. I think that's a good call. I think my offensive tackles could use some help. And you want those? And let's put Matthews back in. What do you want? Oh yeah, you want those? There you go. So this, if you can hear my son talking in the background, he wants our Legend of Zelda Switch amiibos here. So he likes playing with these things. You're welcome. All right, yeah, I think my max players really, or my offensive tackles really needed some help for sure. That certainly is a weak spot. I think really Deion Sanders would be useful for me, and then you know, Juju's one that really I'm interested in. And B. Wald with cheers. Thank you very much, and thanks for the sub, Allow. Yeah, for the Switch. Yeah, so like you know, where you can, the amiibos give you like extra stuff in the game, right? So if you they've got a little RFID tag in them, so when you touch them to that, then it'll give in the game, it'll give like Thanks for the cheer, Lit Boy. It'll give you like extra things in the game. Little treasure chests will pop out, things like that. But he plays with them like they're, you know, action figures. Just like we had the Disney Infinity stuff, and the Disney Infinity stuff was really cool because you could put the players on the little mat. And my daughter loved that when she was a kid, or when she was much smaller. She's still a kid, but when she was much smaller, you know, then they would go into the game, so she could put Stitch on the little pad, and then it would you know, show up in the game, and you could play with that character, which is pretty cool. Oh, Lit Boy's putting some more into it, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the cheer. So let's go through what should we talk about next. So we talked a little bit about the player positions. We talked a little bit about the promo. We've talked about the top 3 LVL run plays. So maybe we get in and play some OD too. My top 3 LVL run plays are the read option plays. So read option, and let's just go into the spread playbook, and I can show you so you can see what that looks like if you're not too awful familiar with it. So we go to scheme info, and we can look at the playbook here. But if you look at the playbook, you know, the one that I always start off with is I start off with the triple option switch, which is sitting right here. So you can see that in the middle of the screen there. So I start with the triple option switch, and then I go to you know, read option is one of my favorites inside of LVL, just out of the spread playbook. If we're sticking specifically to the spread playbook, then obviously both of the halfback dives are really useful. So we have 2 separate configurations for halfback dive, and then we have a straight up the middle halfback dive here as well. That's more of a goal line type formation, and then but that's in the spread playbook by itself. Those are my primary ones. Thanks for the cheer, Fred and Grogangs. And you know, jet sweep, you know, I don't usually use just inside, but it is good. You know, it's really good if you've got those maxed players, but it's tough sometimes to pull off. It's one that it's either going to be a one-play banger, I think, or it's going to be you know, death behind the line of scrimmage. Inside of the coaching plays, then I generally use Marone, and because Marone has, even at level 5, you know, you can upgrade him very minimally. And then thanks for the follow, Brindle. And you can upgrade him very minimally to level 5, and you pick up 5 different new running plays that are extremely potent running plays. So you get halfback off tackle, which is pretty decent. It's not the best one, but you get halfback zone, which is OP. You get zone weak, which is OP. Fullback dive strong is excellent. It has probably the fastest handoff, I think, in the game. So when you hand off the ball, the fullback is straight up the center and has just excellent momentum running through, to where it usually keeps the defense a little bit off guard in terms of where they're moving. And then if you max him out completely at 15, then you're looking at the halfback toss motion, and that is a straight up one play banger play. If you get the blocks on that, that absolutely is a one play banger kind of play. So those are my favorite run plays that I use in LVL, and I generally use Marone for LVL. Let's maybe jump in and we'll do some OD. We haven't played any OD in a while. Yeah, man, I'm hyped about 21. I'm really excited to see what else comes down the pike. That for me, certainly I'm looking forward to that and seeing what else happens. Let's jump in and spin up some OD. And again, really appreciate, you know, the follower goal, you know, is amazing. I'd set that up, even, you know, added it to 10, I think, today, and we surpassed that today. That's amazing. The followers were up to, or the subscriptions, I mean, I'd set it to 10, we're up to 15. It's amazing. Follower goal, I actually bumped that up a little bit. We were at 300 and we nailed that goal. You guys hit that very quick, and I put it now to 500, and we're already sitting at, you know, 444, 88% of the goal before the end of the month. So I mean, really appreciate the support. Next MM21 reveal, probably, I guess we've got another stream coming up on Monday, I think, don't we? And so then we'll have Monday, and then hopefully we'll have a lunch with Vol session after that too, or maybe we can get a you know, some more, just discuss that a little bit more also. So we got a good power advantage here. Thanks for the cheer, B-Wall. And thanks for gifting, Mabs. That's amazing. Z-Shall across. We're going to have the blitz. I'm going to try to get rid of it. Of course, that's a pick. Pat Tillman, of course. Look at that. Dude, everywhere. Everywhere. Oh, I need to bet, don't I? Yeah, let me put the betting in. You guys are right. Keeping me on task. I appreciate it. Give me just a second and I'll put the betting up. Threw too late on that one. All right, bets live right now. You guys can bet. Yeah, gifted subs, guys. That's much appreciated. It's amazing, really. It's you have no idea how much we appreciate that, guys. And we try to show that. I mean, you guys are in chats with a lot of us, on the Discord. We try to show our appreciation by trying to give back as much as we can to the community. So, I mean, it certainly is appreciated. Oh, look at that. And we got the disconnect. So Vol's going to win this one for sure. So I hope you guys probably can hear my son in there. Do you want to say hello? Let's see if we can get some deep passes out. Look at that. See, Pat Tillman again with the pick. Height is irrelevant, I think, for safeties. Yeah, that's real, man. 6 Asian. That's real. Yeah, little guy's 3. Almost 3. Can you say how old you are? 2. Yeah, that's right. Yes, sir. I'm totally leaving this stream up with my son in it and all. You want to play? Thanks for the gifted sub. Well, Ray, that's awesome.
Bye. Bye.
You saying bye?
Yeah.
Where are your dinosaurs? In your room?
Yeah.
You have lots of dinosaurs. See, I told you had dinosaurs, guys. Lots of dinosaurs. Thanks for the gifted subs again, Well Ray. That's amazing. Should we do the Wheel of Coaches? You guys want to do the Wheel of Coaches? Let's spin up and see who we're going to win. So I won that one. We got a 2 times on that one, so we'll take the 2 bets. Guys, give me just 2 seconds. I'm gonna swap out, and then I'll be right back. And then we'll do the Wheel of Coaches, and we'll play some OD. Be right back. There we go. Better. On mute. Yes, my other microphone doesn't have that issue. There we go. We're good. And thanks for the gifted subs, guys. That's amazing. Just went deaf, yeah. All right, so let's play up. Let's do. Let's get the giveaway rolling for you guys. Again, really appreciate you guys hanging out today. What's the giveaway word? What are we doing? Yeah, my other microphone doesn't even have that. Yeah, that's amazing, guys. The 200% subs is unbelievable. Yeah, I mean didn't expect that at all. Yeah, my son needs to come in here and do the keyboard, I think. So let's get what's the keyword? What are we doing for the keyword, guys? Gosh, guys, that's you don't have to do that. I appreciate that. That's amazing. Thanks for the gifted subs, guys. That's crazy. So what's the keyword? 3? You want to do 3? I see 6 Asian there with 3. Let's do 3. That's in honor of my youngest one. So 3. 3 is the keyword, THREE, and the giveaway is live, THREE. Yeah, amazing, guys. Just appreciative. There's no way I can tell you guys how much we appreciate this stuff. So let's play up some more OD, THREE. And guys, let me know feedback-wise. If you like the emote wall, let me know what you like, what you don't like. And again, giveaways live. We'll spin up this OD match, and then I'll put the bet on as soon as we see the opponent matchup. I'll put that on. Thanks for the cheer, Philly. And Philly has taken over as the stream boss. THREE. Yeah, so there's the Stream Boss rewards if you guys are interested in that. Taking a while to match up. Yeah, I love the way he says dinosaur. Dinosaur. He's talking good, though. He's a pretty smart kid. Alright, so once we see the power matchup, then I'll set the betting up. Alright, so betting is live now. So it should show up on the bot here, or it's shortly. So you guys can put your bets in. If you forgot how to bet, you can do !betting. And you guys can bet those are loyalty points. Those aren't points. Those aren't bits or anything like that. Anybody can bet, and I give them out to players. You get them by watching. You get them from hanging out on the stream, and you get them if you're on the stream in the first 10-15 minutes. Then I usually hand out 60 to 100 loyalty points, so that way you guys can use them for betting. Yeah, it's not loading up, is it? Let me reload here. Maybe CloudBot fell over. Which happens. Now it gets really tricky trying to play OD, talk, and troubleshoot all at the same time. That gets real tricky. I don't see any of the bets coming in. I'm not sure what's happened with CloudBot here. Oh, I see what it is. Here we go. I got it. I'll put the betting back up too, so you guys can see. Now we got a game going now. Should work here in just a second. Let's try this now. Yeah, there we go. Betting is now open, so you guys can bet. Yeah, CloudBot had turned off actually, so we got it fixed. Man, the flying emojis are crazy. I don't know if that looks the same. Oh, fat fingered the wrong tactic. That is not what I wanted to do. That is not how to play OD. Order of tactics is extremely important. Ah, that's the downside on the when you run triple option switch. That blitz can come in and can hammer you pretty good. Oh, tackled. See, look at that. Killer. Just killer. Should still get the win, though. There we go. A little bit of a comeback. Vol with the win, so we'll hand out the points there. Fire up another one. Like I said, I still got to make it to Hall of Fame. That was a comeback. Yeah, that was troubleshooting and talking and playing some OD at the same time. I'm getting pinged like crazy on Discord. Is anything blowing up that I need to know about? 3, remember, is the keyword. Alright, 3. Let's play one more match. Let everybody get on there. 3 THREE. Let me see how many eligible users we have. We may go ahead and spin it if it looks like everybody's looking pretty solid. See, I got combines there. Alright, let's go. We'll go ahead and roll it. It's 3 THREE in 3, 2, 1. Alright, Jetpack Johnny. Following since June 8th. Let me get the whisper out to you. Yeah, he did deserve it. I agree. I think that was a solid win. And we got Deepak too. I think Deepak was playing in the tourney. Wonder if he's on here. I need to get the bet going, don't I? Let me start the bet. Betting is open now. No, it doesn't increase your chances. It's good probably to type it in 1 or 2 times in case the bot was slow in responding, but you don't need to spam it. It doesn't increase your chances of winning at all. It's actually set to where you know it's only looking at the 1 response. Oh, pick. That was a bad throw. I shouldn't have made that throw anyway. Getting tackled in this one. The line is not doing his job. I don't think I have my typical OD boost configuration either. See if we can get the deep pass out there. Boom. Love those. Thanks for the cheer, Clays. Seems good. Oh, come on. Any of you guys that are on playing in the OD tourney, what's the feedback like so far? You guys liking it okay? Look at that. Randy Moss. Height on cornerbacks. And that's going to be a tackle. Yeah, I wish we could do, you know, head-to-head, more head-to-head style tourneys, but it's impossible to do it with a lot of people. And I like to try to put together the, you know, big tourneys. So, you know, this one I think we got like 100 and some people, something like that. And the last one that we ran, we had like 350 people in one tourney, and that's really hard to do with LVL. Yeah, I always like to save my bonus till the end. I think one day maybe I'll just do a long stream one day and just do the grind from beginning to Hall of Fame all in one shot. Maybe do like a charity stream or something like that one day, because that's a grind. Oh, let me get the winners out and get this new bet going. So you guys, betting should be live right now. So there's the new bet. Look at that, batted the ball away from Landry. I kind of like that they didn't max out the wide receivers or the captains, just because it does leave everyone at a little bit of a disadvantage, right? So everyone, no matter if you have a fully maxed team or not, when you play OD, you have somebody on your team that's not very good compared to the rest of the team. So I think that actually is cool that those didn't get the ability to be maxed out. Going over the top. And a low scoring match. It's one of these where you can tell the difficulty's up a bit, it seems. You're not getting blocks, things aren't holding on. These ones, sometimes you start out slow, and a lot of times people give up on OD and they force close. I never force close on a match. You know, a lot of times you'll start out really slow, and I've been down 500-600 points in a match and still come back and win the game. You know, you got to give yourself a shot, and if you quit the game, you know, unless it's a situation where you're just really, you know, getting beat down and you're, you know, I just don't force close. Never do. Even if I'm getting killed. Ah, bad throw. Oh, there's Matthew. Look at that. Look at that. So he's a pretty big guy. He's a pretty big guy. I'll take that on my team. All day. All day. Oh, a little juke move there. I didn't want to do that. Man, I did that again. That's terrible. Fat fingering tactics. It's like I haven't played OD. Ah. Well, I mean, if you had two teams that are completely maxed out, then the person that did not have Moss will always remain at a -1. And that's kind of the penalty of it, that, you know, especially if you've got a fully maxed out team, you will always be -1 at least, because of the way the power change is. And so that -1 actually is pretty detrimental, you know, when you take into account the other boosts and reducers that people have. And that's -1, you know, across, you know, you never quite know how that is going to get reduced, but it certainly does generally take away some key stats out of you know, out of each archetype. And for max players, it's going to take down one stat point from every stat. So let's go ahead and we'll run. You guys want to do another giveaway? So let's do... Who are we giving away? Let's let you guys pick this time. When we put up a poll, or you guys want to choose? Tell you what we'll do. We'll do a since we had some amazing people gifting out some subs today. We'll do let's see if we can hear from the subs on which player you guys want in the poll. Do you guys want stars, or do you want stripes players in the giveaway? A stars player or a stripes player in the giveaway? And I'm going to get the betting out here. I got stripes. I got both. I need to get on it here. I'm gonna get beat. I like Landry. Landry's not the tallest, but man, he hangs on to the ball. You know, he'll get it knocked away occasionally, but I mean, out of all, even though he's lower than most of my other guys, he generally hangs on to the ball, which is amazing. We'll switch that rule off because I'm not able to take advantage of that. I didn't even take a look at the power before I started playing. So I got some stars in there, stripes. Betting is done on this one. Hopefully I don't disappoint anybody. I've got some opponent voters in here. Got some opponent voters. I got some work to do. I like that though. I like being the underdog. I'll take that. This guy's defense is doing a good number on my offensive line. Can't get any good space. That's going to be a good run. Good run. That's what I want right there. Stripes. I'm getting a lot of stripes. That's my thought, is forget Big Ben. I'm not going after Big Ben at all. I'm going to wait here. You know, timing is very important in OD, so I'm going to wait those extra couple seconds. And I want to try to, you know, get that off to where there's plenty of time for him to have to respond to that challenge. So, you know, the way this is set up now, I'm up by a couple hundred points. It's not enough to where I feel completely safe about it, but it's enough to where you know, it's going to force him to actually have to play. I'm going to use minor lead the way, see if I can get one more snap off and get a good block here and get some traction just to try to hold on to the lead. Yes, that'd be a good clip. If somebody wants to clip that, that'd be a nice clip right there. Nice little Vic run. Doubters. I had 2 doubters on here. All right. All right, so let's roll another giveaway here. Since it's 4th of July promo, and it looks like the stripes win there. Let's put in 4OJ. So that is the keyword, 4OJ. Hey, thanks, Greeny. Yeah, I thought that was a good run. That's a nice run to have highlighted on there. 4OJ giveaway is live. 4OJ. And guys, really appreciate, you know, everybody hanging out, you gifting subs. It's cool. I mean, it really is neat. You know, we've still got 58 viewers hanging on here after almost 2 hours. Middle of the day lunch, which is a tough time for a lot of people to cut out of work, you know, cut out of jobs, wherever you happen to be. Really cool, everybody hanging out. 4OJ, and really glad I can be here to, you know, be part of a group that's able to give out these things to you guys. And thanks again, EA, Game Changers program, everything. So let's see, 4OJ giveaway is live. We've got our Elite 1. And this will probably be the last giveaway that we have. Let's see here. Spin up another one while we're waiting on the giveaway. 4OJ giveaway is live. 4OJ. Like I said, this will probably be the last one, and I'm going to cut out and go hang the rest of the Friday with the fam. I don't know. I'll see. You know, sometimes there's some restrictions on that, but I'll see if maybe we can give away some fireworks. That's a good idea if people want that for sure. And I think we had stripes up as the key thing, so I'm going to put up a poll here. Let me cancel out this match. Well, I'm going to have to play this match. And we'll put up a poll for which, I think the stripes won. So we'll play up this match, and then I'll put up a poll for which stripes boss we're going to give away. And betting is up. Oh, batted away. Terrible. And guys, let me know if you like the betting. You know, is that something you think's kind of neat? Something to engage with on the channel? Thanks for the sub, RJC. Offensive line's not doing me many favors here. I worry about these maxed offensive linemen. I think sometimes they're too fast. Yeah, your bot doesn't like me. Bad bot. Oh, get out of there. That was desperation. That's going to be a pick. And look, see who's got the pick. Pat Tillman. Tillman got the pick. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. If you don't have Pat Tillman on your player, shame on you. Shame on you. Yeah, that's my concern. I was glad that you guys didn't vote the guard. I think the guards are actually worse for the max speed issue that I've seen anyway. Again, sometimes it just seems like they go so fast that they get off the block. They don't do what they're supposed to do. Now, they can pancake the crap out of people. You know, these maxed offensive linemen, you know, they just absolutely decimate people. But I feel like they're a little bit too fast. For sure, my next max player is going to be Matthew. He's getting the nod on the next max. And maybe stream on Monday we can do, or maybe for the next promo, what we'll do, maybe we'll do some pack openings then if you guys want to do that. We'll wait till the next one. I think the next promo reveal will be on my channel, so maybe we'll do the pack openings then that day, and that'd be a good tie-in to where the next day we could go in and turnover on downs. I hate that. That's one of the few situations where I might kick a field goal in OD just to not get a turnover on downs. I hate that. Some strong toss action here. Take it in. 4OJ giveaway is live. 4OJ giveaway is live. All right, so I just handed out the bets there. All right, guys. Anything you want to chat about before we roll the next giveaway and call it a Friday? OJ giveaway is live, and I'll figure out what's wrong with my good microphone by the next time we're on Monday. So the next time you see my squad, I should have Matthew lined up there. probably in Tillman's place or ST's place. But if he doesn't play better than Tillman, he's going back to he'll be relegated to nickel probably. Yeah, I hadn't noticed it, Mabs, on the other one. The microphone started having some wonky stuff, so it may be a driver update or something like that should be there, because it's got a filter on it and everything, the microphone. So it should be good, but I don't know what's up with it. Yeah, I tried to be laid back. I mean, that's Carlton and I kind of shoot for the similar sort of vibe. Is it's just hanging out, talking, getting the community get together, and that really is the goal. So that's always the kind of vibe I try to go for. Try to be informational, I try to get requests in from people. The Stream Boss, obviously, whoever wins. And so RJC right now has Stream Boss. So RJC will be the one picking the content if nobody finishes him off before the end of before we close out at 2. But that's it. It's just hanging out, chilling out with you guys. Sharing some information, going through some strategy. That's what it's about. So 4OJ, kids versus kids, huh? That'd be fun. I think my daughter she'd want to get in on that action too. She's played a little bit of Madden. She's not much of a Madden player though. 4OJ. Yeah, I got it, Johnny. So I'll get all those after I get off the stream. I'll work on those and get them turned in so you guys can get your prizes. All right, guys, let's go ahead and roll it. So we're going to roll in 3, 2, 1. Correrio is the winner, following since June 5th. Really appreciate it. So I will get the whisper out to Correrio. Guys, really appreciate it. Thanks for all the gifted subs to get today. You guys don't have to do that, but certainly the support is appreciated. And again, as always, hope you guys have a happy Friday. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and we will see you guys on Monday.